Hi, welcome to Heart of Gold. I am Paul Chartier. Our guests tonight are Catherine Stone and Pete Hester. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
What great looking people you are.
He knows how to work a crowd.
Yeah, we're going to start off on the right foot. Pete, you have invented the Joy Project. And talk a little bit about what it is and how you came to the decision to start this group.
Well, first of all, thank you for having us. Thanks for having Catherine and myself on behalf of our board with the Joy Project. We're just thrilled to be able to share our mission of the Joy Project, which is basically helping young girls create joy, feel joy, find their inner voice, find their strengths, and build confidence, self-confidence. And why? I have 3 young girls that I like to think I love more than any other father out there. They are my passion to make this work for not just my own girls, but the other girls in our community.
I don't know a lot of communities that can just start a project, start a 501c3. And this town just can cultivate like no other, that someone sees a niche and just starts a project. Now, it's not as easy as maybe one would think. So you brought in Catherine Stone, and what's your involvement with this, Catherine?
So I'm also on the board, and I'm coming in with a background of helping other nonprofits start, or one in particular. And then in addition to that, I'm a child and adolescent psychologist. So I have some knowledge in terms of what a good curriculum would be and the topics that we need to address. And I'm the taskmaster. He's the idea guy.
Of course.
And I try
it's a good balance.
He gets it done.
I try to help get it done.
Yeah.
But it took me a while to get her on board.
That is true. I ignored his phone calls for a while.
What made you get over the hump and finally say yes?
Well, because I'm a child psychologist, I see kids that struggle, and I'm all about anything we can do within the community that works on prevention, so that they don't make it to my door, or even if they do, to have a way to kind of enhance what we do. So I see a need for all kids, boys and girls, but we're starting with girls, to have a setting where they feel supported by adult women, which Pete will explain that a little bit more in a minute, but they feel supported by adult women and their topics relevant to their life that we can address. And so I love the idea of anything that we do to help in an organized fashion promote some of the skills we want to see.
Pete, did you see a problem with girls, or was it their self-awareness? Was it their ego? What was it that you said, we need to do something to help these young ladies?
My girls play LFC soccer. I was watching one of my daughters struggle with performing in front of crowds. She just wanted to disappear. She didn't want to be the focal point. She couldn't wait to get off the diving board in the water. She couldn't wait to get off the golf tee. She couldn't wait to hit the tennis ball and disappear behind the line of the rest of the kids. And for me, that was kind of concerning. I want her to be confident, and I want her to have fun with the activities she was doing. She was struggling with leading up to a diving event, perhaps, a dive meet. She was really struggling. She would go up to her room, and she was 9 years old. And I felt like that just was not the direction I wanted to go. We had some experiences with different leagues in town, sports leagues, where I wasn't convinced that the coaches understood what it was like to be a 9-year-old girl. Not that I do, but that's what lends to the process of helping these young girls through the mentoring program. This is a big mentoring program. And so as I started thinking about the whole concept behind this, it was going to be finding someone like Catherine, strong, powerful, independent woman, always smiling. Find a bunch of women like that from different areas of the community, and some that my kids already knew, my girls already knew, and align them. And what I ask these women to do, whether they're 30, 40, 50, 60, I say, do me a favor, go back and put yourself in your room when you were 10, 11, 12 years old on a bad day. I don't want to bring back bad memories, but I said go back to when you were this age, these girls' age, because we work with girls from basically 9 through the age of 15 or so is our goal right now. And I said, go back in time when you were a young girl. What were your fears? And that was a more innocent time perhaps back then too. I refer to this now as this crazy, hypercritical world of false perfection with Instagram, with Facebook, with all these kids trying to compare. And there's a lot of denial going on that they don't measure up, and they're afraid to admit those imperfections. What I want these women to do, and we're going to do it through special events and activities going around various locations in town. I met with Anna Ford of New Vocations yesterday, a rescue retirement home for racehorses. And I want to go to locations like that where the girls are taken out of their normal element, and these women get through these activities to meld with these girls, create relationships. Back to the point, these women, 20, 30, 40, 50 years removed from when they were this age, go back and sit on that bed with yourself. When you were in your room crying when you were 10, 11, 12 years old, something wasn't going perfect. And you were so critical of yourself. And you thought that the world was over. Now, move it up to 2016. Imagine what the stress and the strain of these young girls in these days, when they're all on these cell phones and they're all being kind of measured more vigorously. And I want these women to basically say, now, sit with those young girls and tell them how you survived it and how they're going to survive it. And they can see the beauty of your life and your experience and your wisdom now.
Catherine, you have the theoretical knowledge, the education, and the practice. So how are you going to apply that to these women to mentor these girls? What's that going to look like?
Well, so we've had our first event, as you know, and we screened mentors, and actually we got a lot of people that we knew. And then we did a training, and actually Sam and Noel Dick allowed us to have it at Cycle U, which was very nice. So we did a training there where we talked to them about kind of how we got to where we are with this, what we expected out of the mentors. And so they go through a 2-hour training where they learn about the program and what our expectations are.
And then how do you identify girls to get involved in the program?
You know, we were really lucky. For our first project, we did minimal advertising because we're new. We're still figuring all this out. And we had 100 girls, which was really pretty amazing.
That's encouraging.
And we use social media. I think Facebook is where a lot of stuff occurs. But that has its limits. There's some people you can't reach on Facebook. But we also sent flyers out through schools. Girls on the Run was kind enough to send an email out for us. There were different things that we did to try to promote people. And then Pete's amazing at talking things up, and people don't say no. And so word of mouth is one way that we spread it. But we will, when we have our next event, hopefully in November, we will do an even better job of getting out to the schools, getting more at-risk kids or kids that might not find out about this just through the internet.
We want all girls.
Yeah.
It's amazing, these girls, they look like they're happy. They seem like they're happy. The stories that have been shared with Catherine and myself, the rest of our board, which is an amazing group of folks too. I mean, some of these stories are heartbreaking, and I've met some of these young girls, and they're laughing right in front of me. They're happy girls, and I know their stories that their parents have shared with me. These girls are denying to their own parents what's really going on in these 10, 11-year-old hearts. And that's really sad, because ultimately what I don't want to happen, I want to keep this a positive thing. That's, and Catherine encouraged me, she said, this is positive. The reality of it is there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of depression, there's a lot of fear in these young girls, a lot of insecurity. And what I want to do is I want to give these girls the power to just laugh, to be strong. My girls right now, it's amazing the transformation, thanks to wonderful people that are around them. And I want all girls, and that's the beauty of it. And we want, you know, from every walk, we want these girls coming to join us. We want all moms involved. And the cool thing is too, sometimes these girls are too close to their own moms to talk to them. Oftentimes there's wonderful daughter-mother relationship. However, there's a lot of times where, and this is what my other concept with the mentoring program was, let these women through all these fun activities, events. We had water kickball, we had the UK volleyball team at our event last time, through just fun events that are just, there's no critical nature, there's no coaching, there's no reffing, it's laughing. And let these girls just explore things for themselves. We've had girls just starting new, like volleyball, we've had some girls join volleyball that never thought they would enjoy volleyball before.
Let's put up the website because you want to get the word out, to get more girls involved, and you probably want to get more mentors as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's go to the website, and then we'll talk more about your program.
Okay.
Do you know the website?
thejoyprojectky.com.
And is there a phone number that they should call? You're both professionals. You probably don't even have a staff yet. So are you fielding phone calls right now, or would you prefer them go online?
Going online would be best.
Reach out
that would be
okay.
great. To our Gmail account. Absolutely.
Good. So you want girls, you want moms, women, professionals, and you know, Pete, what's funny is we've been doing this program for a long time. People find a niche, and because of some crazy idea by some hyperactive doctor that loops wears these other people out to join your board.
They're amazing folks.
Look at the impact that you're going to have on this community for probably decades because you had an idea.
Yes, but I had amazing people that took the bull by the horns. Our board is an amazing group of folks too that work diligently when we're not able to get something done. And that was the beauty of who we've kind of assembled with us. Everyone's got a different position in the community. And as you do so beautifully, this is about growing this community. I'm originally from Long Island. I've been here 25 years. I'm still trying to fit in. And this is part of my, hopefully, contribution to this community. And our whole group's contribution. And we've had wonderful sponsors so far. Greg White of White Greer Maggard has partnered with us. Transylvania University was very generous in giving us their sports complex for the afternoon back in June when we did our first event. You know, it just, what happens is if you ask a simple question, it's amazing the response. You see this over and over with Heart of Gold, you know, and that's why I really appreciate what you do in trying to build Lexington as well.
We've got about 2 minutes.
Okay.
5 years from now, we're going to sit here. What kind of stories are you going to tell me?
Oh, Pete has big plans for this, really big plans, and I'll let him speak to that if you'd like.
Well, we've had people, women, mothers already approach us, said, we love what you're doing for the young girls. What are you going to do for the boys? We've got, when we get a good handle on that, when she gets a good handle on this, along with the rest of our folks, then we're going to launch the same thing, Joy Project for Boys.
I also want to see a parenting component so that while the girls are meeting and doing their activities, and it was kind of like a field day actually. Julie White was a PE teacher at Seton School for years, and it was set up as we had a speaker, they did activities, and then we regrouped and addressed questions. But I would like to see us have a mental health provider meet with the parents and talk to them about the topic that the girls have. I would love to tell you about the topics if we have time.
Please.
We want to work on assertiveness with girls, friendships, healthy living, negative thoughts. So we've got kind of catchy names that go with that. But we have a whole plan of what we want to cover each time, which will be really kind of cool. So girls can pick and choose which one they want to come to, although I think the girls and even the adult mentors can get something out of each one.
And in a fun way, their lives are being molded and changed, and they may not even know it while it's happening.
Well, they're creating life-changing relationships with some of these women. Some of these girls will follow some of these women into different professions or, you know, just different areas that they may never have thought of before.
In the last minute, we're going to put the email up, the website up again. And while the tape is running, Pete, can we get a confirmation from Catherine that she's going to be here for the long haul? At least a 5-year commitment. I see the nodding.
She's in forever.
That you can't jump off the ship. That you are going to be tied to this.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Catherine Stone, nothing like the power of the press. Thank you for committing and thanks for being involved. Pete, it's beyond great what you're doing. Thanks for doing it. I'm glad that you're on. And share this video, make an impact on this town because we all live here and let's all make it as great as we can.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing
what
this.
you do. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I'm Paul Chartier. We'll be right back on Heart of Gold.